For the past week, everyone here has been getting ready for tonight's show, including our celebrity judges, who have been diligently preparing for that most important decision, the naming of the new Miss Universe. The contestants were judged in the swimsuit competition, each young lady wearing an identical swimsuit, and in the evening gown competition, where each candidate wore a gown of her own choosing. And each judge personally interviewed each contestant with the aid of an interpreter when necessary. That judging led to this moment, the announcement of our 10 semifinalists. I'm about to pick up that list of names.
Now, as each semifinalist comes forward, you at home will see on your screen her average score for the 3 preliminary competitions. Now let's get back to Bob with those important results.
Now, before I read the names, which will be in no particular order, I would like to thank each and every young woman on this stage for her contribution to the pageant. You and your country should be proud. Now, here we go with the names of the 10 semifinalists, one of whom will become Miss Universe. Number 1 on the list, Miss Ireland. The second name on the list is Miss Uruguay. And another Latin, Miss Chile. How do you folks like Miss Canada? We're halfway there. Number 5 is Miss Brazil. And we want Miss Puerto Rico. Next is Miss Zaire. And now, come on down, Miss USA. Next to join this group is Miss Spain. Now, the last name on the list, the last contestant who has a chance to become Miss Universe is Miss Venezuela. Congratulations to the semifinalists in the 1985 Miss Universe pageant.
Judges at home, now you know. So how did you do? How many of your choices became semifinalists? Remember, from now on, everything our celebrity panel sees and hears, you'll also see and hear. Plus, you'll have the advantage of seeing the scores that each contestant gets. Now, our top 3 scores in the preliminary competition were: first place, Miss Spain; second place, Miss Venezuela; third place, Miss Canada. The countdown from 10 semifinalists to 5 finalists begins when Bob starts the interview competition right after this word from Scope.
I mentioned at the Miss USA pageant that next to telling some young lady she's the winner, the interview competition is my favorite part of the pageant. It's about as unpredictable as live television can get, and it's fun. Tonight, I have the help of Professional Translating Services Incorporated, official interpreters of the 1985 Miss Universe pageant. We are going to begin with you, Miss Ireland. She is Olivia Tracy, 25, lives in Dublin, a graduate of Dublin University. And in what do you have a degree?
I have a degree in English and French, and I qualified as a teacher of English and French. And there was no such thing as a job, so I ended up becoming a model.
And these languages are the reason that you've been so helpful as an interpreter during our rehearsal.
Well, it was nice to be able to help Tad out. She worked very hard, and I was glad that I could do something to help her.
Now, I understand that as Miss Ireland, you have toured the United States.
That's right, yes. Last March, you know, for St. Patrick's Week. It's not a day here, it's a week-long celebration.
What cities did you see?
I was taken over. In fact, my mother came with me as my chaperone. She had all the fun, I had all the work. But they took me to Los Angeles, San Francisco, Phoenix, Atlanta, Chicago, Pittsburgh, and eventually Philadelphia. And then I fell home.
I thought you saw Atlanta. Did you mention Atlanta?
Yes, Atlanta,
you did?
yeah. I was there for a day.
Did you pick up a southern accent down there?
Well, if you want me to do the southern accent, I could do it if you want.
Thank you, Miss Ireland. You definitely went to Atlanta. And now, Miss Uruguay, would you step out here? And she'd like to have an interpreter. She is Andrea Lopez. She's 17. She lives in Montevideo, and she's a high school student. Ask her what she's going to do when she finishes high school.
¿Qué vas a hacer al terminar tus estudios de bachillerato?
Bueno, empezar mi carrera, que es educación física.
I'm going to start on my career, which is physical education.
I saw in her bio that she teaches aerobics to children and to old people. How old are these old people doing aerobics?
Vi en tu biografía que le enseñas ejercicios aeróbicos a niños y a personas mayores. ¿Qué edad tienen las personas mayores?
Bueno, entre 30 y 50.
Well, between 30 and 50.
30 and 50. I don't know whether I can go on now. Well, I think that if she is going to teach English, she should have learned some English by now. You can say something to our audience in English, can't you, Miss Uruguay?
Yes, I can. I want to thank all of the people here in Miami, the organizations, and I want to say I love all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Uruguay. Next is Miss Chile, and she too would like to have an interpreter. She is Claudia Van Cintione, 19, lives in San Fernando, and she's a university student. What does she study?
¿Qué estás estudiando en la universidad?
Estudio ganadería.
I'm studying cattle breeding.
Cattle breeding. What would she like to do in the future?
¿Qué quisieras hacer en un futuro?
Trabajar en un campo, dedicarme a cuidar animales que me gustan mucho.
I would like to work in the country and engage in taking care of animals which I love very much.
Does she live on a farm now?
¿Tú vives en un fondo, en una finca en este momento?
Se podría decir que sí, me estoy trasladando a la ciudad, pero la mayor parte del tiempo la paso en campo.
You could say so. I am moving to the city, but I do spend most of my time out in the country.
And does she have pets?
¿Y tienes mascotas?
Muchas.
Many.
In the United States, we have a campaign to help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. Has she heard that?
Tú sabes que en Estados Unidos tenemos una campaña para neutralizar a las mascotas, o sea, para que no puedan procrear. ¿Has oído decirte, has oído hablar de eso?
No, qué pena.
Well, she's heard it now. Thank you. Thank you very much. I want to talk with you, Miss Canada. Karen Tilley, 21, lives in Calgary. Now, being Miss Canada is a full-time job, but you were going to college, weren't you?
Yes, I was prior to becoming Miss Canada.
Where were you going to school?
I was going to Mount Royal College in Calgary.
And what were you studying?
Business administration.
Uh-huh. What would you like to do in the future?
I'd like to get into marketing, public relations, something along that line.
Very good. I saw in your bio that you do not have a boyfriend.
No.
What are you looking for in a young man?
Height.
Height? How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
5'10". I'll tell you what. All of the men in the audience who are over 6 feet and single, stand up. Stand up. Take your pick. In a way, cut that out. There's a short guy standing on his chair up there. That won't do. Thank you, Miss Kennedy.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Brazil, she too would like to have an interpreter. She is Marcia Giaggio Canaveses, 21, lives in Rio de Janeiro, and she is a model. Ask her what she has enjoyed most here at the pageant.
O que é a coisa que você gostou demais aqui no concurso?
Olha, eu gostei das pessoas, das amizades que eu fiz aqui,
I enjoyed the people and all of the friends that I made here.
de conhecer outras culturas, Sabe, eu acho que agora eu tomei um pouco de consciência de que estamos cada vez mais unidos e que deixamos um pouco de guerras e que somos irmãos, e tomei mais consciência disso.
She's enjoyed a lot of things.
Yes, she has. I have learned about other cultures, and I have become more conscious of the fact that we certainly can become more united in the world and try to avoid some of the negativity in it.
Well, that's nicely said. Now, our winner will receive almost $250,000 in cash and prizes. What would she do with all that money?
O que você vai fazer com todo o dinheiro se ganha?
Bom, eu pretendo, sabe, dividir um pouco para mim, é claro, que eu acho que é essencial. E eu já que tem uma obra tão bonita aqui nos Estados Unidos, do USA África, eu vou doar um pouco para ela.
I think she has a lot of bills, doesn't she?
I would like to keep some for myself. That's quite essential right now. And also, I would like to put some into charity for USAF.
Well, that's very nice. Thank you, Miss Brazil. Thank you for your help. We have talked with half of our semifinalists, and we'll be back to talk to the others after these messages. We continue now with you, Miss Puerto Rico. She's Deborah Carthy-Deu. She's 19, lives in San Juan. She attends the University of Puerto Rico, and what do you study?
I'm studying humanities, and I would like to major in theater and have a minor in languages.
Now, to qualify as a Miss Universe contestant, our young ladies must win other pageants in their home countries, and yours were particularly exciting, weren't they? Why don't you tell our viewers about your pageants?
Okay, my first pageant was to win the Miss San Juan title, and it was quite exciting because we had a big fire on stage on our opening number, and it was quite scary, let me tell you, because we had to go out and be removed from the stage by the firemen and the water. Oh, huge mess. And then we had to wait for 4 hours for it to go on again. And finally, at 5:30 a.m., I was crowned as Miss San Juan. Then I got chicken pox, and then I went into the Miss Puerto Rico pageant, and it rained all night long, and it was outdoors.
Now, you see, just to be here in Miami, she has gone through fire, flood, everything but pestilence to be with us tonight. Thank you, Miss Puerto
Thank you,
Rico.
Bob.
Miss Zaire, please, and she will want an interpreter. She is Benita Marika Tete, 18, lives in Kinshasa. She's a high school student. Ask her what she plans to do when she finishes high school, please.
Qu'est-ce que vous projetez faire une fois que vous ayez fini votre bachot?
Mon quoi?
Pardon?
Qu'est-ce que vous avez dit? J'ai pas bien compris.
I did not understand that fully.
She does not understand that fully, or you do not understand that fully? I think they have their own show going here. When she graduates from high school, what does she want to do?
Une fois que vous ayez fini avec vos études, qu'est-ce que vous voulez faire?
Je voudrais faire la secrétaire. J'aimerais bien être une secrétaire de direction.
I would like to become a secretary. I'd like to become an executive secretary.
Et après ça, faire l'esthétique, être une esthéticienne.
And after that, I'd like to become a cosmetologist.
More?
Et puis?
Non, et puis c'est tout.
That's enough, huh? Well, now, many of our viewers probably know very little about Zaire. Ask her to tell them about her country.
Nous connaissons très peu à l'égard de votre pays, Zaïre. Pouvez-vous nous décrire un peu le pays?
Ça se trouve dans l'Afrique centrale, vers l'ouest.
It is located in Central Africa.
Well, we did know that, yes. But are the mountains, or is it desert, or what?
Nous savions ça déjà, alors, mais y a-t-il des montagnes? Est-ce qu'il y a beaucoup de déserts, quoi?
Oui, il n'y a pas tellement de montagnes ni de déserts.
No, there aren't that many mountains, and there isn't that much desert.
I wonder what they have in Zaire. Thank you very much. Thank you. Come over here, Miss USA. She's Laura Martinez Herring, age 21. She lives in El Paso. And on May 13th, I crowned you Miss USA. And were they excited in Texas when you went home from the USA pageant?
My gosh, they sure were. I arrived, and there was about 2,500 people waiting for me at the airport, and the plane arrived an hour and a half late. They all had balloons, and they had little badges saying, "We love you, Laura." And they went through a parade, and they had mariachis, 70 children dancing, and they made up a song for me. It was incredible.
And is it true that in addition to everything that you won on the Miss USA pageant, that they came up with $55,000 more in prizes in Texas?
Yes, they did. Individual people, friends, and everything, they contributed, and they gave me these prizes. And for me, the best feeling was just for them to have taken the time and the support and the love. I could not believe how happy they were. And that week, I was just full, that day, it was in 24 hours, I was full of appearances and children crying with flowers, and they shriveled up $1 million in the parade. It was very, very nice.
$55,000. I'd like to have you folks in Los Angeles know I'll be home tomorrow if you'd like to make plans. Thank you, Miss USA. It's your turn, Miss Spain. She would like to have an interpreter. She is Teresa Sanchez, age 20, lives in Sevilla, and she is a model. Many of the young ladies watching the telecast would like to be models. Ask her what advice she has for young ladies who want to be models.
Muchas de las chicas que están mirando este tele quisieran ser maniquís. ¿Qué consejos le pudiera dar a aquellas que desean ser maniquí?
Bueno, yo empecé desde muy pequeñita, desde que tenía 10 años a ser modelo. Entonces yo lo único que les digo es que si les gusta, que sigan adelante.
Well, I started quite young. When I was about 10 years old, that's when I first became a model. And I can tell them that if they do like it, they should proceed with it.
Very well. Now, you can speak some English. ¿Qué puede decir en inglés?
I love Miami.
We'll stop with that. Thank you. Thank you. And Miss Venezuela. She too will have an interpreter stand by, but you may not use the interpreter. Yeah. All right? Okay. She is Silvia Martinez, 20, lives in Caracas. She's a law student, and our interpreter will stand by, but you may be able to do this in English. You're studying law.
Yes.
How many more years before you become an attorney?
Well, I have 2 more years left to become a law.
And then what type of law, what kind of law will you practice?
I like very much mercantile. I think I will work in mercantile law.
Is this your first visit to the United States?
No, I came here before when I was a little girl. I have some family here in Michigan.
Michigan?
Yes.
What, did you see any more of the United States?
Yes, I have other family in New Jersey, New York, and Arkansas.
In Arkansas?
Yes, my grandparents.
They live in Arkansas?
Yes.
Why did they choose Arkansas?
Because it was too cold for them in Michigan.
Well, if you're going to retire in the United States and it's too cold in Michigan, there's not much left but Arkansas, right?
And in Arkansas, it's too hot, I think.
It is warm there, but it's
Yes.
lovely. Thank you, Miss Venezuela. Thank you. There you have it. You know our semifinalists a little better. And I have a hunch that a lot of you have changed from viewers to rooters.
Bob is right. A lot of you, I'd say most of you, are starting to root for some of our contestants. At least our live audience here is. Maybe you've made your choice already. In the interview competition, the judges gave the highest score to Miss Spain. Second place was Miss Venezuela. And third place went to Miss Zaire. Coming up, you'll get to meet those celebrity judges and enjoy the music of John Denver, my favorite, and that's right after this word from Secret, the official antiperspirant of the 19...
No city in the world provides a more magnificent setting for a swimsuit competition than Miami. And we have enhanced that by bringing you the modern beauty of our contestants against a background reminiscent of the classic beauty of a masterpiece, Botticelli's Venus Rising from the Sea. As each young woman comes front and center wearing her competition swimsuit by Catalina, our judges will enter a score on their computer terminals, and you viewers will see her average swimsuit score on your television screens. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1985 swimsuit competition. First, Miss Ireland.
Olivia is 25 years old with green eyes and blonde hair. She weighs 124 pounds and is 5 feet 8 inches tall.
Miss Uruguay.
At 17, Andrea weighs 135 pounds and stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. Her hair is blonde and her eyes are green.
Miss Chile.
Claudia has green eyes and black hair. She is 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighs 135 pounds, and she is 19 years old.
Miss Canada.
Standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, Karen weighs 128 pounds. She is 21 years old with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Miss Brazil.
At 21, Marcia is 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighs 145 pounds. She has brown hair and brown eyes.
Miss Puerto Rico.
Deborah is a green-eyed brunette. She weighs 118 pounds and is 5 feet 8 inches tall. Deborah is 19 years old.
Miss Zaire.
Benita has dark brown hair and dark brown eyes. She weighs 125 pounds and stands 5 feet 7 inches tall.
Miss USA.
Laura is 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighs 115 pounds. She is 21 years old with dark brown hair and dark brown eyes.
Miss Spain.
Year-old Teresa has light brown hair and light brown eyes. She weighs 122 pounds and is 5 feet 5.5 inches tall.
Miss Venezuela.
Sylvia is 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighs 135 pounds. Her hair is blonde and her eyes are brown. Sylvia is 20 years old.
So our second competition has ended, and I wonder if you've changed your mind, or are you more certain than ever about your choice for our winner?
Well, it's time to see the scores again, and this time it's from the swimsuit competition. The judges gave the highest score, first place to Miss Spain, second place to Miss Uruguay, and third place to Miss Zaire. Now at this time, I'd like to cast a private vote.
As you can see, to our 79 beautiful contestants, we've added another 79 beautiful ladies. During our rehearsals, these little sisters from here in the Miami area have captured everyone's heart, and we're sure they'll do the same for you. It's time now for them to serenade our semi-finalists, and for 10 of them, it's also time to act as escorts for their big sisters in our evening gown competition. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1985 Miss Universe Evening Gown Competition. First, Miss Ireland. Miss Uruguay. Miss Chile. Brazil. Miss Puerto Rico. Miss Zaire. Miss USA. Miss Spain. Miss Venezuela.
Bravo, we are the world. That was just beautiful. And with that warm and touching panorama of beauty and music, the third competition for our finalists has been completed. Now, in the evening gown competition, the judges gave the highest score to Miss Puerto Rico. Second place went to Miss Venezuela. And third place went to Miss Zaire. Which of our 10 semifinalists will become our 5 finalists? Well, we'll find out right after this word from Ivory Bar.
And at this point, our judges have narrowed our field to 5. The previous scores are discarded, and our panel will now pick from our finalists the 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st runner-up, and of course, our winner. To aid in that decision, we're about to ask each of our contestants to answer the same question. Until it is her turn to answer, each contestant will wait in our completely soundproof booth. To assist us, we'll be joined by Maritza Sayalero, Miss Universe 1979. And Kelly Hu, the reigning Miss Teen USA. And of course, our translators. Now, I am going to begin with Miss Venezuela, so would both of you step into the soundproof booth, please. Right in there. Miss Venezuela, we have an interpreter. I'll ask the question as soon as the door is closed and they cannot hear. From your friends at home and your sister contestants here at the pageant, you have an idea of what today's young women want to say to the world. What message, as Miss Universe, would you want to give on their behalf?
Por medio de las amigas que tienes en tu país y las concursantes que has conocido aquí, debes de tener un concepto de lo que las jóvenes de hoy día quieren decirle al mundo. ¿Cuál es el mensaje que tú quieres dar aquí como Miss Universo a nombre de ellas?
First of all, we have to express our love to each other. Everybody in the world needs love. I think that's very important, and we have to fight to be someone important in life. You have to have your professional life. You have to be friendly with everybody, and I think that's very important.
Thank you very much, Miss Venezuela. Miss Puerto Rico. Miss Puerto Rico, the question is, from your friends at home and your sister contestants here at the pageant, you have an idea of what today's young women want to say to the world. What message, as Miss Universe, would you want to give on their behalf?
I would like to tell everybody that they should really work hard to try to achieve anything that they want to pursue, and that always be very faithful and keep on working.
Thank you, Miss Puerto Rico. Now, Miss Zaire. Miss Zaire. The question is, from your friends at home and your sister contestants here at the pageant, you have an idea of what today's young women want to say to the world. What message, as Miss Universe, would you want to give on their behalf?
La question est la suivante. Grâce aux amis que vous avez chez vous, dans votre pays, et grâce aux amis que vous avez ici, parmi les candidates à ce titre, vous vous êtes déjà formé une idée à l'égard au sujet du message que les jeunes femmes d'aujourd'hui veulent présenter au monde. Alors, comme Miss Univers, quel message voudriez-vous transmettre en leur nom?
Je leur remercie beaucoup parce que grâce à eux, j'ai pu devenir Miss Zaire et je suis maintenant ce que je suis. Je veux qu'ils soient sérieux et qu'ils travaillent en paix.
I would like to thank them all because it's thanks to them that I became Miss Zaire and that I am where I'm at now. I would like to tell them to carry on seriously and to face their responsibilities and to love peace.
Thank you, Miss Zaire. Miss Uruguay. Miss Uruguay, your question is, from your friends at home and your sister contestants here at the pageant, you have an idea of what today's young women want to say to the world. What message, as Miss Universe, would you want to give on their behalf?
Por medio de las amigas que tienes en tu país y a través de las concursantes que has conocido aquí, tú debes de tener un concepto de lo que las jóvenes de hoy en día quieren transmitirle al mundo. Como Miss Universo, ¿qué mensaje quieres darle tú al mundo a nombre de ellas?
Bueno, a nombre de todos me gustaría darles un caluroso abrazo, decirles que es una experiencia maravillosa y mi amor a todos.
On behalf of everyone, I would like to tell them, give them my heartfelt thanks and to tell them that this is a marvelous opportunity and that I give my love to everyone.
Thank you, Miss Uruguay. Miss Spain. The question is, from your friends at home and your sister contestants here at the pageant, you have an idea of what today's young women want to say to the world. What message, as Miss Universe, would you want to give on their behalf?
Por medio de las amigas que tienes en tu país y además a través de los concursantes que has conocido aquí, tú debes de tener un concepto de lo que las jóvenes de hoy día desean comunicarle al mundo. ¿Cuál es el mensaje que tú quieres dar como Miss Universo a nombre de ellas?
Para todo el mundo, yo les mando un mensaje y es el siguiente. Les mando un mensaje a aquellos países que más lo necesiten y por supuesto ese mensaje es de paz. Gracias.
I send a message to the whole world And that message is as follows. I send a message of peace to everybody in the world, especially those countries that need it the most.
Thank you very much, Ms. Spain. You have heard the question, you have heard the answers, and time is running out for our judges here and at home. Have you made a choice? 1 year ago on this stage, I told a young nurse from Sweden that she was the new Miss Universe. It's time now for that same lady to take her final walk and say farewell to her title. Our congratulations and our thanks for a job well done to Yvonne Ryding, Miss Universe 1984.
To describe the excitement of the past year is impossible, except to say that it was a year of wonderful memories that I will keep all my life. All those memories revolved around people, strangers who made me welcome all over the world, the people at the Miss Universe who made me part of their family, and my family and friends who gave me their love and support at all times. To all of them, my deepest love and eternal gratitude. To my successor, I wish a year like mine, and to all the nations of the universe, fred och samförstånd, which is Swedish for peace and harmony. Thank you.
Thank you, Yvonne. Our final computer tabulating results listing our 4 runners-up and our new Miss Universe are now ready. They've been reviewed by representatives of the international accounting firm of Ernst & Whinney, and Mr. John Labarca of that firm is about to hand me those results. Thank you, John. Now, before I read this, let me say that any one of our 5 finalists would make a splendid Miss Universe. Good luck to all of you. I shall begin with the 4th runner-up. The 4th runner-up is Miss Uruguay. Congratulations. The 3rd runner-up is Miss Venezuela. Well done. The 2nd runner-up is Miss Zaire. Your country will be very proud. Both of you step right down here. One of you is about to become Miss Universe. The other will be the 1st runner-up. This is an important position because if for any reason Miss Universe cannot fulfill her obligation for the entire year, the 1st runner-up will become Miss Universe. Now I shall begin with the 1st runner-up and then Miss Universe. The 1st runner-up is Miss Spain. Miss Universe is Puerto Rico. Congratulations, Miss Puerto Rico. You are Miss Universe. Congratulations. Wow. Your sash. Yes. You've won all the cash awards and the magnificent prizes totaling nearly $250,000. Now as your predecessor, Yvonne Ryding, reached the Miss Universe creed, you walk right out and show everyone how it feels to be the new Miss Universe.
We representing the countries in the Miss Universe pageant in order to further the cause of international peace, justice, and mutual understanding, do solemnly dedicate ourselves to the highest ideals of sportsmanship, friendship, and goodwill.
Do I read voiceover or do we?
Bob Barker with our new Miss Universe, Deborah Carthy-Deu, saying good night, everyone.
A dream came true tonight for Deborah Carthy-Deu from San Juan, Puerto Rico, and we're all happy to have been a part of it. For the new Miss Universe and all of us here at the Miami Convention Center, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next year, and as they say in Puerto Rico, buenas noches, good night.
If you want to receive, you just gotta give.
Portions of this program were pre-recorded.